pretty ugly offensively for us tonight. 2 for 17 from 3, and the only threes we made were from our 2 bigs. So that's unusual for us. But I told the team in the locker room afterwards, we showed growth defensively, and that was really coming back from Kansas City. We thought that was our glaring weakness of a team that shouldn't be bad defensively. And I thought we guarded Irvine well, and I thought we guarded well tonight. Our defensive efficiency was in the 80s tonight and held them to 29% shooting. So we did a lot of good things on a night where this was by far, in 7 games, it was the worst we've been offensively. And I got to give Bakersfield a lot of credit. One, they're extremely well coached. Got so much respect for him, and I think he just does a terrific job. And it was good for us to play them because it's the first team where we've had to play against pressure, whether it be pressing or what we call man-oriented defense, just up in you. And we didn't see that from Creighton, we didn't see that from Georgia Tech, didn't see that from Wisconsin, Irvine. None of the other 2 teams that came in here and played were able to pressure us like them. So we'll get a lot from this offensively and learn from it. But again, very pleased with what happened defensively because we won the game tonight by the way we guarded. And that's a bright spot.
You didn't make threes, but the ball movement looked like it got a lot better in the second half. I don't think you had your first assist till there was 8.5 minutes left in the first half.
Yes, and we talked about that, I think, maybe at the second media timeout, that I don't pay too much attention to stats during the course of the game, but I did notice that because I asked one of my staff members, I don't think we have an assist. And it was the second media timeout, so we played 8 minutes with no assist, and that's not who we are. But again, I think it's playing, man, against that pressure of people are up in us, they're denying us, and we haven't had to play that yet. And so it's good for our guys. We'll see it on tape of how the ball really got stuck. This was a game where the basketball really stuck. And we talked about it at halftime, and I thought we were much better in the second half of moving the ball. And we got most of our assists, I think, in the second half, and probably shot it a little bit better, a lot better in the second half than we did the first half. So it was better offensively in the second half. We still got, that free throw situation that we got going on. But it was just good. I thought we had some ill-advised turnovers that we just don't make against the press. But again, it's really the first team that's pressed us like that. So it'll be a learning experience from an offensive standpoint. But the other thing that I really liked, that I think 3 weeks ago we lose this game because so much of what our defense was about 3 weeks ago was how we were doing offensively. And tonight, as bad as we were offensively at times, our defense was consistently pretty good. And that's a positive. That's growth at the defensive end.
You talked about good shot, bad shot the other day. When you look at 2 of 17 from 3, were too many of those contested or just an off night?
I don't think so. I think we ended up, missing a lot of them. We hit the side of the backboard on one. I think we airballed 1 or 2. So I'll have to look at the tape to know, if there were some contested. We got to the free throw line again, so I thought we did a good job of that. But we don't want to get in the habit of losing the 3-point game 10-2. That's not if there's a glaring thing in the stats that's a negative, that would be the stat.
Looked like the other team, they kind of sagged off Chris Smith on defense, and he didn't have the best game offensively. What do you think of his performance today, and what does he need to do better offensively?
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that. I saw them pressuring all of our guys, and Chris can make shots. He got a ball in the zone, and he was 2 for 6. So 2 for 6. We've had a lot of guys worse than 2 for 6 tonight. So he just. I told him he had that corner shot that hit the backboard. We just got to move him a little bit more to the right, moving up the floor a little bit and miss the side of the backboard. So it's all a learning curve, but we're very happy with what Chris is doing. It's all a learning experience for him and all the young guys. But I didn't see anything glaring that was any different out of him with the way he has been playing.
Coach, 44 points in the paint. Is that something you kind of have to do when jump shots aren't really falling?
No, and I think that's going to be, this team has got to continue to attack the paint. I think we can be a good driving team. I think we can be a really good team in transition of getting to the rim. And we got good post guys that can finish inside. Those guys can really post. So I think, they did a good job of taking Tom. I don't think Tom had a shot in the first 10 minutes of the game. And that's not a trend that we want. So the more the ball can go inside out, that's going to help our shooting. And I thought in the second half we ran the floor a lot harder than we did in the first half, and we got to our spots in transition. I thought we went so much jogging, but we didn't get to our spots in transition in our lanes in the first half like we did in the second half.
Coach, you got Jalen back, but let Prince stay in the starting lineup. Was that just a matter of, hey, he's coming off a career high?
Well, yeah, he hadn't practiced. He hadn't practiced at all. So we didn't even find out until late last night that he'd been cleared by docs. So, you know, like I said in my press conference on Tuesday, maybe it was day to day with him. So Tuesday it was no, because he hadn't seen the doctors yet, and late Tuesday night it became yes. So he didn't practice Monday or Tuesday after our Sunday game. So, and again, the starting situation, you know, that can fluctuate all season long. That's going to be something to how the team's playing more than anything else. And you know, I thought Prince, you know, it wasn't his best game tonight, but I thought he did some good things that helped us.
So without any practice, how do you think Jalen looked? Obviously 0 for 5 is not ideal.
Well, again, he hadn't practiced, so you know, we knew he'd probably be a little bit rusty just because he hadn't practiced much. But I thought he played hard, and he didn't seem to have any ill effects on his foot. And I thought all the freshmen really did a good job of trying to learn defensively and get better defensively. I've told them all along, you're going to make some mistakes offensively, whether it's ball handling, whether it's passing, whether it's having games where you don't shoot the ball particularly well. But if you can grow defensively, then you're going to become a better player. And that's the hardest thing. Whatever level you're at, you go from middle school to high school, you go from high school to college, you go from college to the NBA. The hardest thing to do is defensively. And so it's a learning curve, and guys are learning that, you know. And I thought all three of the freshmen did some really good things defensively, and that's good to see.
Looking forward to Sunday's game, Detroit Mercy has a pretty potent offense. What growth do you want to see defensively during practice?
Well, it's going to be another challenge again because I don't know a whole lot about them because my attention's been on Bakersfield, but I know I think it's Coach Broussard who's got that scout, so we'll be meeting to go over that stuff very quickly. But we're giving our guys tomorrow off, so they need a day off. So we'll get Thursday off and then have practice on Friday and Saturday. So kind of getting that, and that's kind of what happens in the league as well. They're trying to get into that day off, practice 2 days, play again. Kind of routine, and so hopefully we'll get some rest, come back Friday and Saturday and get ready for them and prep for them. But I look for a game that's going to be very fast paced because everything that I've heard, they like to play up and down and they like to play fast, and obviously we're pretty good in transition, so it should be a fast game.